Says, your immersive experience has been hijacked. It is highly recommended that you disconnect.
Good evening. And y'all know, welcome to the Immersive Experience, a podcast about you, for you, from you. And for those of you who don't know, nah, is that I'm your guy, Desi Lou. And today we talk about Unbound Brilliance, a journey to, why I don't ever remember these titles. That is so crazy to me. I'm going to get better at that. Mark my words. If I'm not better at that, that's so crazy. You know what? It's crazy to me because one thing that I've always had a problem with is remembering my own words, right? So I'm always trying to remember like what I'm talking about. Like if I write a poem and it's like, okay, now memorize it and say it. That's difficult for me. But I could definitely memorize other people's poems. Like the one that I did by, it was called Frida Kahlo to Marty McConnell. That one. And memorize it with the quickness. But when it's my words, I'll be like, I'll be so stuck. But anyways, yes. So we talk about unbounding brilliance. Hey, no. That's what we're going to talk about today. And I don't know. It's a journey to self liberation because that's what it is. And I want to talk about that because I feel like, okay, thank you. Thank you. I did too, girl. I liked it. I put it out and I was like, oh, I like this. I like this a lot. I like the color. So I was like, let me put that on. Mrs. Put that on because I definitely put it on. So, Unbound in Brilliance, it's a journey to self liberation. So, when you are able to be who you want to be, thrive in the nature that you know that you should be thriving in, then it makes it easier for you to walk into who you're supposed to be. It makes it more comfortable. It makes you more comfortable walking into places, things, because you know what you're about. I feel like it's that saying, and this how it really happened. It's that saying, walk like you walk like you know who sent you, or walk like who sent you, or something like that. Like, okay, walk like you got all the power, basically, right? Because that's what I get for that from that. So I want to talk about how you unbound your brilliance, and I feel like I just did that, right? I just told y'all, like, be you. And maybe you thinking like, but I really want you to think like, who are you? Who are you? What's to you? Like, what's down inside of you? How deep you willing to go? I just remember having a conversation on the phone with Nunu, and we was talking about how, you know, what's your favorite color? I think I said this in the podcast with Kiana in it. What's your favorite color? Why is that your favorite color? Like, you want to know yourself on those types of levels, and that's how you gonna bring out what's truly in you, what's really inside of you, what's kicking at your chest. You feel me? Like, you could feel that shit beating in your chest. That's what you want to unleash, and it's hard to do that. So we gotta focus in, and we gotta listen to the voices that's playing out in our head. We gotta think about the things that we run around saying to ourselves. Ask yourself, why I say that to myself? Do I really feel that way about myself? So this is how deep you gotta get to know yourself. Like, it's levels to this shit. Like, you gotta go deeper. You gotta keep digging, and you can't be afraid to dig. When you meet something that's uncanny to you, that's not that's new to you, don't be afraid of it. You gotta learn to understand it, because that's what we're gonna do with anything in life. Yes, we have to learn ourselves, of course. I agree with that wholeheartedly. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people think it's a lot of different ways that you can get to know yourself. And it don't take no whole bunch of like hoopla, but you could go about it however you want to go about it. Some people work from the outside in, and some people work from the inside out. So it's just depend on what type of journey you like, how you figure you want to do what you want to do. I can only tell you how I've done it, you know. So what made the most sense to me was to start with myself. And I feel like that's what a lot of people been saying this entire time, right? Cause I think about that movie, Notorious, when Puff Daddy, because that's who he was at the time, I do believe. He told him, he said to him, he said, we can't change the world unless we change ourselves. And I believe that. Like, that's the truth. You're not gonna be able to change nothing until you focus on changing what's inside of you. You got to remember the agreements that you made with yourself, the promises of how you said that you'll never be something, and you got to remember those agreements along the way, every single step of the way. This how you gonna come into who you are. Consciousness is art. I'ma always say that. I'ma forever say that. Like consciousness is art. I will repeat that to the end of my days because it's you, it's your experience, and that's what art is. It don't matter how you paint it, how you pose your words together, what you put on your body, like however you do it, that's you trying to express yourself, that's you kicking at your chest like this shit, you stifling you, like you holding you back, like you keeping you back. It's hard for you. Like a lot of people, we like to blame other people, and it's not, and it's the times that we had things that was out of our control. We couldn't have did anything because we wasn't physically equipped to do anything. And now because I wasn't physically equipped to do anything, it's playing on my mental. Now I'm upset about some shit. Now I'm trying to feel through what I'm feeling because I don't put all this stuff on my plate. I don't let all these people walk over me. I done kick dust over all my boundaries. And that's what y'all gotta do. Y'all gotta go redefine the lines with yourself. Like we can think about it. How you think about how you have to handle other people, you gotta handle yourself the same way. Like you could go out there and you could go and say like, oh, okay, like I want to show this person that I'm compassionate. I want to show this person that I care. I want to show this person that I got so much to give. Okay, like you can go and show them that, but show yourself that. I used to work at a rental car place, and the the ladies who used to come up, I would always ask them a question, and it was, "What's the most valuable thing about you?" And I told them, I said, nothing else exists. What's the most valuable thing about you? And a lot of them used to say, oh, the fact that I'm caring and that I'm loving. I said, now, how often do you apply that to yourself? And she was like, well, that's more for other people. And I was like, so that don't apply. That value is null and void because it's for other people and nothing else exists. I need to take you to a mindset where it's just empty, it's blank, and it's nothing there. What's the most valuable thing about you? I don't ever know if I'm saying his name right, but Sahad Guru, I believe his name is. Sahad Guru. He said the most, I think it's the most remarkable thing about a human, don't quote me, is our imagination and our memory. So but they have the ability to work against us. And he also talks about how we suffer our capabilities. And this is a way that we suffer our capabilities because our memories are against us, then our imagination is against us. So we got to look at the way that how we sabotage ourselves, you know. I'm magic, right? And you're magic, but you're using your magic against yourself. So you're harming yourself to see the results that you want to see. And we talk about how you drink the poison and you expect somebody else to die. That's what you're doing. Drinking the poison and expecting somebody else to die. But you killing yourself. You got to think about the chemical reactions that you make up in your body. If you gonna go be great, then you just gotta go get the fuck out and go be great. Like, you can't wait for somebody to come and tell you, like, oh my God, it's time for you to be great. We waiting for shit to drop in our lap. That shit not gonna drop. If you not willing, that's what Kevin Hart meant by that shit. Everybody want to be famous, but nobody want to put the work in. Everybody want a relationship, but nobody want to put the work in. Everybody want to be somebody, but don't nobody want to put the work in. I just want to get up and be this overnight. When they talk about so much shit, they say, I done said this a few times on my podcast. When they tell you that you have to walk in something like it's a memory, they mean that. Like, I believe that wholeheartedly. Like, you gotta walk in some shit like it's a memory. Because if you walk like everything that you want to be, eventually you're not gonna be playing no more. If you're serious about it, cause you can play for years. But it ain't until you get some real hustle behind yourself about you that you can make some shit happen. Like, you really gotta put the work in on you. Y'all be thinking it's a game. Like, it's not a motherfucking game. Like, I swear to God, like, you can come up so quick. This is why all these people say, give yourself 60 days. Imagine how far you could have gotten if you did that, if you were consistent with that for a year. Imagine. Imagine how far you could have gotten. And even if it's not it's not about who's going to see it. It's not about who sees the progress. It's about how you progress. It's about how you get better. If you go back and read something that you wrote and you say, like, dang, like, I was writing like that, and then you compare it to how you write in these ways, but you can still see the pattern of your writing. You think it in the you're seeing it. You're seeing your growth. You're seeing the way that you put your sentence structures together. You're seeing the way, or whatever it is that you do. If you got a job, it's whatever. Like, whatever it is. You started a year ago. You didn't really know the job when you started. Maybe this was your first time that you did this shit or something like that. Like, I don't know. What you scared of? You scared of yourself? It's this clip that I saw, and the lady kept asking the other lady. She said, yes, but what are you scared of? And she said, no, you dig deeper. What are you really scared of? She was like, being great. And I said that was my fear. And I was like, I didn't know it. I didn't know it could really be a thing. Like, but no, for real, it's a thing. I think we all know what we're capable of. Like, you know what you're capable of. I know what I'm capable of. So if you know that, why you can't be what you said you was gonna be? Because life got in the way, right? Because that's usually what happened. Life will get in the way. You'll have kids, and we can't juggle all these things at one time, or something to happen, and you trying to focus on so many things at one time, and you can't. So you lose sight of yourself. We sit there. We be losing us all the fucking time. Like, where you put you? Good evening, Makita. How are you? Where did you put you? How you lose you? I don't understand that. And I'm gonna tell you that I didn't understand that, but I understand how easy it is to lose yourself. Cause you can't remember who you is. Like, you can't. Cause you done got so accustomed to doing so many other things over time. Like, you done got so accustomed to doing everything for everybody else. I keep saying, like, it's a thing about how we only value ourselves based off how other people value us. So we can only see the value in ourselves. Good evening, John. we can only see the value in ourselves when other people value us. That's what makes us valuable. But you were forced to be reckoned with when you don't give a fuck about what make your value. I'm just being me. Everywhere when I go a place or when I do something, it's not that I think that I'm doing something that's outrageous. It's just that, hey, this just me. This just how I move. This just how I function. Either you or you not you. I think about it in this case. Y'all know how women always be like this. They be like, okay, they be dating a guy and they'll know. Like they'll be like, the guy say, listen, we just gonna be friends or whatever. And we'll agree. I've done this 1,000,001 times. Agreed. Now I ain't now the part I'm gonna talk about. I ain't done this, but you'll agree with the person. You feel me? And then y'all will get into the little situationship or whatever. Yeah, I agree. You'll get into the little situationship or whatever. And then because you knew you wanted more in the beginning, you're still expecting more. Mm, that brings me to this. So, uh Abraham, he said, I'm going to say we're afraid of our greatness. It's a height some people never pictured themselves. Yeah, we don't picture ourselves like that. We don't see it. We don't see it in that light. We don't see us in that light. We don't see us in that capacity. Who who would have knew, for me growing up, to see so many people who represent me in skin color, in size, all of that. To see all of that, I didn't see that growing up. And so I feel like today it's easier for everybody to relate, to want to be on the stage, to want to be somewhere, because so many other people look like you could relate to that. So many other people talk like you, so many other people think like you. What social media is doing is it's giving everybody a platform to express themselves, and it's also giving people a way to pull other people in. So this is the perfect time to just express your motherfucking self. Like, what else do you want to do? Like, who else do you want to be? There is nobody else that you should want to be. I'm gonna tell you a story. John said, yep, you tell them what up. They get to catching feelings, then get mad, but you know what it was from jump. It's happened. It has happened. So because nah, like I said, that's because we still want more though. Like we want more. We be playing ourselves. So the question that I was running around asking everybody, thank you so much, John, for writing that, because I was so off track. What the fuck? So what I was asking everybody is that is it I text a few people and I asked them, is is avoiding conflict a form of begging for peace in a relationship? That is what I asked. And if you have, please comment. Please. I want to read the comments. I always ask y'all to comment and then don't nobody ever comment. That's so crazy to me. Nah. But y'all definitely be commenting. But then when I ask the comments, y'all don't be commenting. But is what did I just say? Is avoiding conflict a form of begging for peace in a relationship? That's where I was trying to get to. Keita, you come in with hope for the best, but hey, you have to realize what you've signed up for. You really do. And you gotta understand that some people really mean what they say. I cause I sure do. I don't have too much benefit of the doubt with people anymore. I don't either. Once they show me something, that's it. That's it. Baby, I see you. Maya Angelou had it right. When someone shows you who they are, believe them, baby. Cause who? I'ma see you the first time and get the fuck on. That's why people be talking about you so harsh. No, I'm not harsh. I saw you, bitch. I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with that. Let me leave now. Because if I ever go around putting myself above people, thinking that that you not gonna do what you just did to them to me, oh baby, I'm a fool. I'm a fool, and I don't want to be played like that. I don't want to go through that. Find somebody else to do it. Hey, tell me how you doing. Find somebody else to do it. I don't sign up for that type of shit no more. Baby, listen. I was just telling somebody today, I will abandon ship mid-air. We could be on the roller coaster. I got a parachute on my back. I'm jumping off this bitch. I don't like the ride. We gotta go. Like we gotta go. I'm getting gone. I'm getting the fuck on. Like I'm not playing with that shit. But no. Why y'all wanna do that to yourselves? Is this it's like a y'all get a kick out of like, I'm the baddest bitch. Like I got a lot of fight to me. I ain't trying to prove to people I got no fight to me. I don't gotta prove it to you. You cross the line how you need to cross the line. Whether you think it positively or you think it negatively. I fly on all spectrums. I operate all my dimensions very well. You feel me? Like all of them. Very well. I think it's desiring peace. Now, if I gotta walk on eggshells, I'm done. Yes, you get that. You get it. I'm done. I think it is. I think it is that we desire peace, but here's how I feel like it can be begging. Because to me, it's a thing, and I correlate it back to myself. There was a time where I was in a little situationship with a guy. I like open communication. I like to be able to talk to a person. I need you to be able to express yourself. What I keep telling people is if you ever get stuck, I need you to tell me where you stuck at so I can come and get you. And if you can't walk me to how to get you, to help you get where you need to be, to throw you some rope to help you build the ladder. I don't know, throw you some tools down or something. We got an issue. Cause I ain't with all that. Like I'm not with that. But for me, it became begging when I started stepping on myself. So I feel like it's like I still want you to communicate openly with me. I still want you to be able to see. So I'm still coming in with the same expectation, with the same standard. And yeah, like my friend kept telling me, she's like, but you settling, that's just settling. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's settling. But when does settling become begging? When them flip over? Yeah, I try to get an understanding first to avoid conflict. If you can't respect it, then that's a problem for me. Right. Right. Get an understanding. I agree with that, Keita. Like, I gotta get an understanding of what you doing first, how you moving. Like, okay, this what's up. That's why I say, like, that's why I like honesty. That's why that's at the top of the list for me. Like, be honest with me. I don't care. That question that people used to ask, like, who he love more, the girl he lying to, or the girl he tell the truth to? The one he told the truth to. Cause you don't got nothing to hide from her. You don't got nothing. You tell me the truth. Stop thinking that you gotta save me. That's y'all. That's a lot of people problems. We be thinking we gotta save other people. Oh, I gotta spare their feelings. I can't tell them that I cheated on them. That's gonna break them. It's gonna break them, baby. If you know how to break me, why break me? Why go break me? You knew you had the key to break me down. You knew you had all of this power to do all of this. You knew that. And so now you finna sit here and tell me, oh, I ain't want to tell you because I ain't want to hurt your feelings. Bitch, you already hurt my feelings. When you went out and just did it. You did it. Like, what? Is you stupid? Keita said, right, putting their feelings over yours. I've been there hoping, waiting, wanting. Now I could understand how it could feel like, yes. I should have just got a fucking cup. Like anytime it's that. Whew, it is that. It's when you got if you got that cup and you waiting on a person to deposit a coin into it. So you waiting on other people to come by and show you mercy. So every time that person show you just a glimpse of what could possibly be, you thinking, okay, it's good to have this cup out here because I'm getting some little coins. I'm getting some coins. You thinking that that's enough. That's begging for you. When this become your only, feel like your only option, when this feel like it's your only choice, baby, you begging. I ain't no way to flip it. And just cause you ain't saying shit, just cause you shut the fuck up, but you gotta understand the extreme of where I'm coming from. I ain't coming from no little, oh, I asked him to wash the dishes type place. You feel me? But it could be in that sense too, because it can still become begging if you let it fester enough. Where I still want him to wash the dishes. This that expectation shit. I still want him to wash the dishes. That's still my expectation, right? But he don't never wash the dishes. So I still get frustrated. I still feel the feelings that I always felt. But man, maybe he'll come around. He did wash the dishes 12 years ago that one time. Baby, you gotta see it to believe it. How do you know you at peace on your journey? Cause I don't give a fuck about what nobody else talking about. No, nah, for real. Nah, but for real, that's the answer. I'm my voice, the voice in my head clear as day. It ain't clouded by no whole bunch of other people's shit. He say, she say, somebody else told me. It's not the perception of how other people see me, how they view me. People get mad when I tell them this. And I find it so funny that they be getting mad, but because you think how you think, and I'm okay with that. And I'll be telling them like it's not my job to tell you what to think of me. And it's really that. Like it's that type of energy. Like that's how I be at peace. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what you think about me. That's fine. That's how you feel. Okay. Next. I don't feel that way about me. You do. And that's okay. And I'm okay with that. Because I don't got no other choice. I'm not interested in changing people's mind. I'll spit it to you how I spit it to you. This is what I know. That's just that on that. That's how I think. Well, that's how I know I'm at peace on my journey. How do you know you at peace on your journey? I like that question. I see in this day and age, a lot of people want the understanding that makes them feel good. I think that's the whole misery loves company thing too, though. So like, misery loves company. So they gonna go and find somebody that's gonna get them what they looking for. That's gonna help them make it fester. That's gonna help them really bring it full circle. You gonna call somebody that you know like minded so you could get what you really want. Yeah, we love people that make us feel good. Like I knew I used to. I don't know. It's a thing of people wanting to be right, I guess. But for me, it's not a thing of right and wrong. Even though I am a I told you so ass bitch, I I will be like I told you so. Nah, I be trying to stop though. I might be lying, but I definitely be trying to stop. Right. Tell the truth to me now. Yes, right. Okay. You already did. You hurt me before I knew. My mama. Yeah. Exactly. You get it. Ain't no dishes getting washed. No, but that's how it be though, for real. You really gotta remember who you are, where you coming from, how you. I remember I wrote a post a long time ago. This had to be back in maybe 20, oh, I'm saying 2009 or something like that. I wrote a back in 2009 and it said, hush, I'm trying to organize my crazy. And somebody wrote under there, they said, you can't organize crazy. Baby, let me tell you something. If you could go into if people can go into that, it's like houses of hoarders. If you could walk into the house of a hoarder and that hoarder is willing to give up everything that's up in that bitch, Boom. This how you clean house. This how you clean sweep. This how you see where everything is. This how you organize your crazy. This how you know what's yours, what's not yours. If you look at your mind like a library and you put it on that Dewey Decimal System, find a way that make finding you the easiest. Put it on that system. Play that track over and over and over and over and over again to the blues that's you. Baby, let me tell you something. That's why when you clean up, you be grooving. When you in your mental space, you should be grooving in your mental space. You feel me? Like you should be in your bed, in your shit. Like, yeah. Like you cleaning up your house. That's how I think of my mind. My mind is my house. So when I'm up in there, I want to keep it nice. I want to keep it fresh. Baby, I gotta put some little plug-ins up in there. Grow you some little trees up in there. Make sure you got some little oxygen up in there, bitch. Like plants. I said some trees. Put them in there too. Because I'm gonna tell you, the greatest thing I ever learned is this. Only you can prevent forest fires. That's the best thing anybody ever taught me. I'm not a great typist, so I can't expound on my statement. Okay, okay. You could tell me. You could tell me though. Yes, people want to hand out emotionally, but certain battles you have to face alone so others don't watch to crucify or slander your journey. You know what? I used to feel like that. Like I couldn't say nothing. But I'm gonna tell you what changed my mind. I was playing a game of spades with this guy, and he put his cards down on the table, face up. And he told us, he said, y'all can see everything that's in my hand. He said, but I tell you what, you don't know how I'm finna play it. I was like, that's interesting. You leave your cards just like that. Let me get a good glimpse of it. And that taught me something. If you ever watch Suits and Harvey Specter, he always said, play the man. Play the motherfucking man. If you could read a person, baby, it's over. It's over. Cause now I'm gonna tell you how you finna play your hand. Bitch, I'm finna tell you how you finna run all that shit. I'm not that great at spades, so I couldn't read that man. I don't have that ability. I couldn't tell him nothing. I don't know nothing about it. But that's how you unbound your brilliance. Getting to know yourself, tuning into yourself. That's how you liberate yourself. That's it. It's not. It's one of those things that people will say it's easier said than done, but once you do it, it's easier done than said. So that's just like conditioning. That's anything. I say you wanna do something, you wanna if you wanna be somebody, if you wanna go somewhere. Y'all know that song? Yes. What you gotta do? Ha! You better wake up and pay attention. Cause a lot of y'all, a lot of us, me, I'ma speak for me. I don't know y'all. Ha! Me. I was on a crash course destination. A crash course journey, whatever you want to call it. It was a final destination. You hear me? Like, you can't. The more you let other people stack themselves on top of you, you gonna give way. Cause you just a shell of yourself. And you gonna crumble under all that pressure. It's things that you want to do. It's places that you want to go. It's a person you want to be that you ain't been yet. What's stopping you? Yeah, your family did you wrong. They lied to you. They did all these bad things to you. I don't know. Maybe you had the worst life that anybody can imagine a day in their life. But I'm gonna tell you something. What you gotta let yourself know is that you didn't deserve it. And even if you think you did deserve it, you're not that person no more. but you can use the lessons that you learned when you were that person, when the time is right. The thing is that anything that you once were, the energy is always going to exist. It still exists. You just transmute it into something else. That's it. It's a video I was telling these people about. It's a video about this lady, and she had a room full of prostitutes, and she was supposed to help them make resumes. And they was like, I don't know what we supposed to say. I don't got no skills. I don't do. And she was like, shoot. She said, she said, you ever had a threesome before? They said, yeah. She said, you work good. You have teamwork. I said, okay. You better give them their skills. Like, how do you think rich and poor people handle self-liberation? I'ma just do it like this. I'm not gonna cut it into a category of rich and poor, because what I have noticed is that there is a spectrum of people in each category. I've seen rich people with the modesty of a poor person, with the compassion that a poor person will pour into somebody else because they know struggle. And I've seen poor people with the same attitude that a snobby rich person could have. So I think as people, we have that's the spectrum that we operate on. Either you too far to the left or you too far to the right. It's about what you understand about liberation. It's about what you know about liberation. What do you know about liberation? You know, like, how do you liberate yourself? What? I didn't even say anything about having a threesome. She told me, okay, you had a threesome. You go, girl. Yes, I know. Teamwork. I definitely know teamwork. Good evening, Seti. So find yourself. And once you find yourself, come out to you. Come out the closet to yourself. Ain't that right, Seti? Come out the closet to yourself. Once you do that, you can't close the door. You can't go back. You can't. You in that bitch. Step into yourself. It was a thing that it was just terrible. I'm not taking my fake nose ring off. Are you crazy? I like it. But yeah, step into yourself. It was a workshop that we did in theater, and they made us envision a form of a suit, a costume suit, and we had to make it all up in our mind. They told us to step up to it, unzip it, then they told us to step into it, and then we had to walk around like we had that suit on. That's what you got to do with yourself. It's bad when you feel like a drop of water in the ocean in your own skin. So yeah. But all right. And thank you so much for tuning in to the immersive experience. I hope you guys took something. I know you guys gave me something, so I appreciate it. And we will see you next time. Thank you so much, and you have a great night.